Hey guys, hope you guys are doing great. Nice to have you back again. Today, I'm gonna try to make it short. Hope first of all that you guys, everybody is doing great. Everyone had great vacation, great holidays. Happy New Year to everyone that is listening right now. So I'm gonna try to make it pretty short today because I have the intention to do a lot. Many videos today, but maybe short 5 minutes. So in this video here, the subject basically you can see it right behind me. This is Chael Sonnen, and Chael Sonnen is pretty upset right now. He's shooting in all direction, and especially towards the two fighter, and more specifically towards Ngannou, right? He's talking about his contract negotiation, and he's especially upset here in this case because these two guys, from his point of view, are not promoting the fight well enough or strongly enough. They're not creating any buzz. They're not, giving him, Chael Sonnen, a storyline to bite on and to, draw more interest. As he's saying, he's a great storyteller, and I won't dispute that because he's great. No worries for telling the story. It's just the type of story that he tells that sometimes doesn't make sense, and where he contradicts himself in the same sentence maybe 2 or 3 times. But it's all good because when you listen to the melody that is coming out of his mouth, you can be satisfied. But when you start to look into detail in what he's saying, my God, does that guy seems like totally mixed up in his head, right? And you cannot stop, refrain from believing that this guy is working for the UFC. If you're talking about rim job, this guy most definitely is pretty stuck on Dana White's peril, I would say. I'm gonna stay polite and respectful, but it's insulting how Chael Sonnen is trying to lead us a certain way by giving us rotten food, right? So and making us think that is the greatest meal that you ever seen, right? When he's telling us that Dana White is a reasonable guy, and that you believe that, oh, you bump into him in dinner and you talk to him, and you got no options than to feel good after, because Dana White is such a reasonable guy. From my understanding and hearing other people talk, right? This is not the first thing that they're saying, and this is not the first thing that comes to mind. So right there, there's certain things that he says that just don't make sense. And when I say certain things, the problem is that those certain things are, about 95% of what he's talking, what is coming out of his mouth, and that's the problem, right? So when you're looking in general, yeah, I do agree. Yeah, maybe there's not the type of buzz that Conor McGregor is doing, like, right? How do you want to promote a fight? You need to promote a fight to do what? Okay, they cross each other in the corridor, so they have to pick up a fight. Start arguing, throwing themselves, swearing at each other, right? Or during the press conference, start shoving each other, fighting like John Jones and DC did. Do they have to do that? Well, that's what you want them to do? Or start insulting each other, saying, I'm going to take your head off and stuff like that, acting like savages, right? No, I don't think that's right. And at the end of the day, people, you need to hear something from what he said, because he's been talking a lot, Chael, right? Chael's been talking a lot. He's been saying that these guys don't promote fight, but at the same time, right, he's saying that the only job of the UFC, right? Because we're talking about, first of all, it really doesn't make sense. He's saying that Dana White has no power when it comes to contract, because the only thing that the UFC does is, first of all, put 2 fighters together, right? So first of all, why do they have them under contract? That's the first thing. And if they have them under contract, it means that there's some type of negotiation going on, so that they sign at the bottom of a piece of paper what they guarantee them a certain fight, and they guarantee them a minimum of payment for each of those fights, right? So that's what we are doing. So there's already a negotiation there that goes here in terms of what is the different the guaranteed purse that you can give this combatant, and that they're negotiating for. Also, like Ngannou was saying, right? Maybe he wants to do some boxing at the same time. Maybe they want to have their own commercials. You know what I mean? That That's the thing that I don't understand. And when you think about it, right? When you think about it, Chael Sonnen was telling us the other day that that's the only thing that the UFC does, and that they're very good at doing it. Meaning putting two fighters together, choosing the venue, and promoting this fight. Okay, let's assume that's the only thing that they does, right? That they do. Now, Chael Sonnen is telling us right now, right? He's telling us right now that the reason why he's upset is because these two guys are not giving him a storyline to bite on, right? But between you and me, guys, right? This fight sells itself. The fight sells itself, right? Already, right there, this fight sells itself. Now you look at the backstory that is behind this fight. You look at the fact that they were training partners, right? And that they already sparred together. The fact that Ngannou's coach was also the coach of, he's the current coach of Cyril Gane, right? And the fact that Ngannou got issues with Fernando Lopez, right? Yes, that makes it interesting. But this is real life. This is real things. This is real issues, right? You're not going to create something out of the blue, especially when you got two fighters that are known to trash talk. These two guys are not known to trash talk. And if you want to try to start this type of fake stuff with Ngannou and Gane, they don't feel comfortable in doing this, so they might mess it up even more than just being themselves, and being true to themselves, right? I think that this fight sells itself, and if I base myself on what Chael was saying in terms of promotion, then I would say that the UFC is not doing a great job. It's as simple as that. The UFC is not doing a good job at promoting this fight if it's looking for the two guys to do it, right? My understanding is that the UFC should take charge. I mean, maybe talk to these guys, not Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen doesn't have to come and talk to these guys, right? But the UFC has to make it such that, right, knowing the two guys, right, to have a strategy to promote their fight, right? It is the role of the UFC, from what Chael is saying, and I'm not saying it. It's Chael Sonnen who's saying it. It is the role of the UFC to promote the fight, right? They got a great story in Francis Ngannou. They got a great story in Cyril Gane. I mean, the guy is undefeated in Muay Thai. He's undefeated in UFC. The guy everywhere he's gone through, bang, he's hit the top. He's never been defeated in anywhere. I mean, that's a big storyline. This is things from where the UFC can draw, right, to bring some attention to the fight, right? This is what, this is the material, this is the canvas that they have. So, when Chael Sonnen is going in there and feeling kind of, disappointed because these two guys are not, insulting each other, they're not pushing and shoving each other and stuff like that. I mean, it's not in their nature to do that, right? They do that type of stuff in the ring, right? And I think that's to be honest with you, that's maybe what you want to expect from UFC fighters, right? Maybe that's what's going to bring the UFC to another level, of MMA fighting to another level. Maybe we don't want to see MMA fighters, because maybe general public, you don't want to see MMA fighters just, grunting, being angry, being insulting, being, overly violent, overly brutal, even when it's time of peace, right? Because at the end of the day, war is in the octagon. I mean, the true redeemer is the octagon, right? Where no matter whatever you have said before, or whatever you think you will be able to do after the victory, nothing of that stands once you get into that octagon, right? So I just think that let the guys do their thing, right? Let the guys be civilized, I guess that's the way to put it, and not have to, trash talk each other, insult each other like you see the Conor McGregor do it. like you see other fighters do it. Yeah, let them do that because it's in their nature. It's okay. There's all type of people to make the world, right? Don't try to put everybody in the same bucket and try to have them act the same way, right? If you have some promotion, right, you should know the people you're promoting. You should know their story. You should know everything around them, their family, and all that, and use those things to promote the fight and not expect that these fighters go into a direction or into fit into a mold that has been carved by the UFC and where they have to fit, right? While it's not their nature, that doesn't make sense. Build them a promotion that fits their need. Build them a promotion that is made as their image. Don't force them to do to be something that they're not. And that's what the UFC, or that's what Chael Sonnen right now wants these guys to be. He wants people saying that, yeah, it's because you don't attract a lot of people. Yeah, it's because Cyril and Francis Ngannou didn't do a lot of promotion. Don't go saying this stuff, because at the end of the day, it's the responsibility of the UFC to do that promotion. So if there's shitty numbers, don't go saying that, okay, this is what you're going to get in on your contract because look at the pay-per-view numbers. This doesn't make sense, right? This is kind of cheating and stuff, right? So it is what it is. That's what I think about the last videos that Chael Sonnen just put out. Again, for me, it doesn't make sense. And this is strange because when I look at the news that are going out and Chael Sonnen is talking, I mean, it's pretty evident that this guy, Chael Sonnen, seems, and I don't know anymore with this guy, right? Because the way that he, the way that he suck on the UFC, I don't even know what he thinks anymore by himself, right? So it's kind of strange for me because at the end of the day, when you read all this and you say Chael Sonnen believes Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane potentially be the biggest heavyweight fight of all time. I mean, it's maybe that he's doing his job. He's doing his job. He wants to promote the fight. And again, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I can't be screaming at not being agree with what he's saying, but he's doing his job. He's trying to promote the fight, right? Maybe he's trying to do the job that the UFC, pay him to do. He's trying to promote the fight. He just doesn't have on his side, or the UFC is not giving him the material to promote this fight correctly, right? So he's taking it on the fighters, and maybe that's what also was that's what maybe Dana White told him to do, right? So the only things that he's agree with is, oh yeah, Fernando Lopez is doing a great job. I mean, this again, like I was saying earlier, this is a true story. It's not even a question of doing his job. It's a question of these two guys might not like each other genuinely, and that's all it is. So guys, let me know what you think about all this. Let me know what you think about Chael Sonnen and his comments. And yeah, don't hesitate to leave some comments and to subscribe if you'd like to. And other than that, well, again, welcome back to work. Don't be stressed. Don't be depressed. You're gonna get through it. And let me know what you think about Chael Sonnen and what he's saying, right? Again, like I say, I don't hate the guy, just what he's saying at times doesn't make sense, but hey, you know what? That's my opinion. Maybe you have some other opinion. I'd like to read it. Let me know what's up. Okay, bye guys.